time is the only resource that we can't get more of. And I want to commit as much time as possible to putting out content that helps more people just like you. The only way that I can do that is if you like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Please give me feedback and help me help. Other objections or?
One that says speaking with a veteran who is aging in and is concerned about messing up their benefits with the VA.
Okay, I'll take this one. All right, you call me and you be Gomer Pyle.
Gomer. All right.
You call in.
Oh, ring, ring, ring.
Hello, this is Justin with Medicare Gurus. Can I help you?
Yeah, this is Gomer, and I got some questions about my Medicare.
Okay, all right, yeah. So Gomer, have you been on Medicare for a while?
I know I just started a couple months ago, but my question is I have VA, and I like using the VA, and I don't want to mess it up.
Perfect, perfect. Well, there are definitely some advantages to having a VA, and thank you for your service, by the way. I use the VA myself, and it does have some cool things like the prescription drug coverage is awesome, which is great to have too because it's credible drug coverage, meaning you don't technically have to have other drug coverage through any Medicare plan like a Part D or a Part C plan that has that drug coverage, and if you decided to get it later, you'd never be penalized for it. So that's a cool benefit of it. But also, just being able to have that VA there to use and manage your care and be able to go to places that maybe understand some of the things you're going through a little bit better. But let me ask you something. Do you ever want to use a doctor that's outside of the VA system?
I don't want to pay for it. The VA treats me right.
Okay. Now, if you didn't have to pay for it, or if the cost was, very little to nothing, would you like to have access to doctors or hospitals outside of the VA system?
I don't reckon I'm ever gonna get sick.
Okay, all right. Well, you did call in today, and so I assume there's some fear. I guess the biggest fear for you is that by having Medicare or any type of plan, that it would disrupt your veterans or your VA benefits. And I'm just going to let you know that there are definitely plans that you can get with Medicare that give you more access to care and more access to doctors and hospitals and maybe some additional benefits that you don't get through the VA without disrupting the VA privileges. Is that something that you'd like to have as long as it didn't disrupt your VA privileges?
If I can keep doing what I'm doing, that's all that matters.
Okay. Well, there's two ways to go about protecting your out-of-pocket on Medicare if the VA was to not cover something or something regarding a VA shortcoming. Just so you know, on the VA's healthcare website, they actually recommend that you do get additional plans with your Medicare because they say that they can't guarantee that the funding will be there to keep up with the healthcare pace that they've set out for veterans so far. Now, I hope they do, but just to be prepared for that, we always recommend someone have either a Medicare Advantage plan that's made or designed for veterans or a Medicare supplement plan in place to make sure that they don't have any catastrophic out-of-pocket if something like that were to occur. So right now, what we normally recommend for a veteran in your case would be a plan in Medicare supplement, which looks like it's coming in around $96 a month for you. Or there are some other plans that we could look at that don't have a premium, but I would have to get you to sign a what's called a scope of appointment so I could discuss those better. Now, we do primarily recommend this $96 plan because it's going to pay
Hold on, let me stop you. It sounded real good until you mentioned $96. I don't want to pay for nothing.
Okay, all right. So definitely want to look at some of these other plans then that still give you the benefit of the maximum out of pocket, some additional benefits, and maybe even help pay some of the premium that's coming out of your Social Security check for Medicare that you may or may not be aware of. So we can definitely look at that, but I need you to sign what's called a scope of appointment. Now, if I text you this form, will you be able to receive a text message?
No, I got this little flip phone.
Okay, and now where do you live?
Out here in Marietta.
How often do you come to Tupelo?
About once a month.
Okay, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to call one of my field agents and get them to stop by and get you to hook you up. I'm gonna hook you up because Steven is gonna be an uncrackable, unsellable Medicare Advantage prospect over the phone because he wants to make my life miserable. So I'm gonna send Jesse out there to hook you up with a plan.
Ain't selling me nothing, boy.
Well,
You just tell me this. What would you put your daddy on?
okay, a zero premium Medicare Advantage PPO plan that's designed for veterans with a Part B gift back. But I can't talk to you about that because you don't have a damn cell phone that receives text messages. So
Now, I
anyway,
get an email.
I did a kick-ass job, but I
You did.
mean nobody's gonna sell that guy over the phone.
Gomer wasn't
Medicare
going.
Advantage
Sorry.
plan. So yeah,
It's a tough cookie.
you got to be able to get the scope, or you can't talk about the stuff. So.
That was a tough one. They'll be like,
No, I just got a flip phone. Okay, well, I just say, like some agents.
It happens.
Some agents.
It
may,
happens.
it does happen. Some agents may mail.
But I wouldn't let it stop me.
No.
You always figure out a way to make it happen.
So for me, I would send a field agent to go out and get the scope signed, and then set up an appointment, talk to them, and all that. What somebody else as an independent agent would do would mail them the scope to sign. So, well, there's a form that we have to get you to sign that the government or Center for Medicare Services requires us to have to talk to you about some of these plans that don't cost you anything and maybe even will give you some money back. But I can't get you to sign it digitally over the phone, so I'm going to have to mail you this form. When you get it, you'll just drop it in an envelope. We already have it stamped, send it back, and then when I get it back in the mail, I'll give you a call back and we can talk about it. That sucks, and I don't do that anymore because I'm the guru. So I would just send Jesse to go write them, or Johnny, or Mike, or Nolan, or somebody like that would help me out because I'm not going to do that. But you guys, out there in the ethos could come up with a different, strategy. Our strategy has been anytime direct mail is involved, you have a much lower chance of getting it back and getting it done in a reasonable amount of time. Somebody else stops by and does it ahead of time. So we've developed our own field team that will go and do that so that we can make sure we don't lose those prospects as well. So.